Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's time for another episode of Coffee with Fred. I'm your host. I don't know. That always makes me laugh when it's Coffee with Fred and I'm your host. All right, so I wanted to look up some of these goofball national holidays that seem to fall on every day. And this started when, National Hug a Drummer Day. I had to bring that up. That was in October, along with some other special drummer holidays. All right, so weird holidays for today. It's National Cupcake Day. Now, if only I had a cupcake to go with my coffee. Let's see, Mike is here. Love the hat. Yes, thank you very much. I hope that you too have a holiday hat. I wear this hat pretty nonstop through the month of December, and just like in the movie Elf, when I'm walking around in the grocery store or other businesses and through drive-thrus and such, people see this hat and they always say, "I love your hat." And I always say, "Smiling's my favorite." Because smiling is my favorite. What better thing is there than smiling? Smiling is awesome. So yes, thank you. The hat's awesome. We do also have a Santa hat floating around the house, but it migrates from child to child, and it might even be at school today. I don't know. We couldn't find it. Jude wanted to wear it, but I think Ian has it. National Cupcake Day, but also in addition to National Cupcake Day, it is International Lemon Cupcake Day. I don't know what the difference is other than lemon makes me go. It's Bill of Rights Day. It's International Tea Day. And for you ladies out there, it's International Wear Your Pearls Day. I don't know. Who's going to wear a set of pearls on a Thursday in December? I don't know. Maybe if it was Friday and you were going out. Famous birthdays. Actor Don Johnson's birthday is today. We all know, maybe not all, but if you remember Miami Vice. And when Miami Vice was popular, that was one thing that people I went to school with, "Hey, can you play the drums to Miami Vice?" Yes, of course I could. I had a set of rototoms, and I could make that happen. Also, weird holidays. It's National Cat Herders Day. So that cued my interest, and I wanted to know what herding cats, how could you possibly, I was thinking it from a literal sense of herding cats as some kind of national holiday. So I did a little bit deeper dive, and National Cat Herders Day simply means it's the celebration is meant for those, I'm one of those, who can manage others and themselves no matter what chaos is thrown their way. So you would know how hectic herding a group of cats would be, and so that's what that means. I think that might be it for weird national holidays and observances. So there you go. Fun little fact. You can tell people that today is National Cupcake Day and wish Don Johnson a happy birthday. And then with drum covers, that, as you know, has been on hold for a little over a month because my wife Mary had to go out of town. And then I had made a post as she was getting ready to return. She's been home for a little over a week, to please say a prayer for her because she actually amputated part of her right pinky finger. She and my son were moving a recliner from one room to the next at her dad's house in South Carolina, and it sprung open. And if anybody's seen the underneath the recliner, it's like two pair of giant scissors under there that open and close the footrest. And her finger got caught in that and just took it right off. So we've seen a hand surgeon twice now since she's been home. And he said that in the next 3 to 4 months, that should mostly fill back in. So just right above the nail bed, her finger is missing. It's really bizarre to look at and a little bit gross. And of course, my wife loves terms like amputation, flap of skin, and the meat, which all these doctors have used, and just kind of is like, kind of gross to think about. So we took last week off because of she just needed to decompress, and this week she's been back into doing mixing here at the studio, wrapping up a song for a client that was put on hold prior to her trip to Carolina. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. And she's also doing some mixing, trying to wrap up some songs for Cliff Miller. So I think the drum covers will return beginning the first week of January, and that'll also give me some time to maybe prepare to record a handful of them in one shot. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty of some irritating things. Concert etiquette. Now, if I go to a rock concert, I expect people to really be enjoying themselves and cheering and headbanging along or whatever, the situation is. However, last night I went to my son's concert at the high school. They had 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and then the percussion ensemble at the high school, couple trio acts that played, and then the concert band and symphonic band. I am just blown away by poor behavior of adults that can't close this and open these and be respectful to the performers on the stage. There was some people behind me just, when do you think this is going to be over? Oh, this song's over. Now they're going to turn those bright lights on in the theater again. This is while students are on a stage performing for us, the audience. Good grief, people. Can't you just shut it? And it's not about you. It's about those kids that are performing. And yes, it's a long evening of sitting through that many performances. But big deal. Respect, people. People's phones going off and ringing just seem like every 45 seconds somebody's phone is ringing. Shut those things off or silence them. And then the other thing that really kind of got under my skin, and I think we're probably all a little hypersensitive to this, is the amount of people randomly just coughing like they're going to have a lung fly out of their mouth. Just coughing and hacking and coughing. If you are sick, stay home. It's a good rule to follow, just in general. Nobody wants to be sick hanging out because they went to a concert and people coughing all over them. It was just, so terrible. And then right in front of me are a couple teenage boys, and while this trio of flute players are playing, they're headbanging, have their fists in the air, and then the really sarcastic clapping that ensued after and the yelling and hollering, and then there's always one person that has to get the last clap in. Good grief. For a theater of several hundred people, I think it holds like 500 people, the amount of rude, obnoxious behavior from adults is just totally unacceptable. You people disgust me. And I'm still smiling because I'm wearing this hat. So, enough of my complaining. Hopefully you're having some coffee. I don't know what time it is where you are. Sometimes I'll get my usual people joining in from Texas or Alaska. And then, of course, people that will watch this on the replay later. Speaking of Christmas, I just noticed in my notes here, because I was talking about birthdays, here's another little fun fact for you that you could share while you're hanging out with your friends. Oh, my wife is on. Hello from the kitchen. Hello from the production room. Now she's on, so she's going to hear me going blah, 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 and then she's going to tell me I said and too many times. That's okay. I'm sitting in her chair. This is the producer's chair. And hey, Rob, good morning to you too. I knew Alaska was going to join me. Woohoo! So a fun little fact for you as I wrap this up is, did you know that the rarest birthdays in the United States are on December 24th and December 25th? That is when the least amount of people are born on those 2 days. Who knew? Who knew? But now you do know. So fun little fact for you. Carry that around with you today, and you can flash all your knowledge at your friends and your coworkers. Okay? Yep. So have an awesome day again. Drink your coffee, and I'll see you next Thursday.